Dear friends, I welcome you all to a new episode of On the Horizon of Heaven. Today, I am going to present a person who surrendered himself totally to the will of God, a great devotee to the Sacred Heart of Jesus. It's none other than the servant of God, Mathew Makkil. Mathew was born in Makkil Puttampuriyal House on 27th March 1851 in Mannur, as the third son of Thomman and Anna. As his parents were highly spiritual and aptitude for spiritual life from his childhood, even as a young boy, he had an aptitude for priesthood. He began the study of Syriac from Mananam Seminary and was sent to Puttampally Seminary in Varapura for higher studies. Brother Mathew Makkil was ordained priest by Bishop Leonard Melano, the then Vicar Apostolic of Varapura on 30th May 1874. While Father Mathew was the vicar of Kaipura on 25th December 1885, he was appointed as the secretary to Bishop Marcellinus Berardi, the then auxiliary bishop of Varapura. In this position, he was appreciated by many for his consciousness, responsibilities, discipline, truthfulness, and fidelity. Bishop Charles Levin was appointed the Vicar Apostolic of the Vicariate of Kottayam on 20th May 1887, and he made Father Mathew Makkil the Vicar General for Sodius Catholic in 1889 as their promoter and caretaker. In 1896, he was made the Vicar Apostolic of the Vicariate of Changanasheri by Pope Leo XIII. He was the second Vicar Apostolic and the first indigenous Vicar Apostolic of the Vicariate of Changanasheri, which is the Syro-Malabar Catholic Archdiocese of Changanasheri today. In spite of many advertises, he led proudly this vicariate for the next 15 years. As the true disciple of Jesus, he served the church. Father Mathew Makkil had a dream to found a congregation for the Sodiest Catholic women. By this, he wanted to offer an opportunity for those who wish to lead a dedicated and holy life. Through this, he aimed at the spiritual and secular growth of the girls, which he knew would enable the holistic development of the community, as well as the church. As the fulfillment of his dream, with the permission and blessings of Bishop Charles Levin, Monsignor Mathew Makkil founded the Visitation Congregation in Kaipura on 24 June 1892, on that day of the Feast of Sacred Heart of Jesus. He published the Book of Decrees in 1904, and it contained the laws, regulations, and the orders of the diocese administration in a disciplined way. He wrote 41 pastoral letters, and for the orderly and disciplined teaching of catechism, he published the summary of the Christian Catechism in 1909. It must be noted that he took interest in the field of ecumenism even when he was the Vicar General. St. Pius X, through his apostolic letter in Universi Christiani, erected the Vicariate of Kottayam on 29 August 1911 for the Knanaya community, and Bishop Mathew Makkil was appointed as its first Vicar Apostolic. The life of the servant of God, Mar.Mathew, was an extraordinary one, and the Almighty showered abundant graces upon him. On 26 January 1914, he passed away when Pope Pius X came to know the demise of Mar.Mathew. He wrote, "Mar.Mathew died not because he was aged, but out of his heaviness of his saintliness." Mar.Mathew was raised the servant of God on 26 January 2009. Since then, commemorative services and death anniversaries are conducted in his honor every year from 18th to 26 January. Many come to his tomb to seek his intercession and are blessed with many favors. During his episcopal ministry, the parishioners slandered and constantly wrote letters about a priest. After many days, the fathers in the bishop house inquired about the complaint of the parishioner. Then bishop told them that a priest is a created Messiah and a God-made man. You know how great the position of a priest is. Everyone owns a debt of gratitude to that person. The parishioners must be questioned as to whether what they are saying is true, and I pray that he will be acquitted if he is guilty. He was returned to arrive the bishop house. When the priest arrived at the palace the next day, after giving many advices, he said, "Do not offer the kurbana for 3 days to atone for the mistake you have made." For that, he suggested moving to his relative's house, where there was no church nearby. No one will ask you why you did not offer the Holy Kurbana, because there is no church nearby and you should come back here after 3 days. The father repented, forgave God and the bishop, and lived a good life. During his lifetime, Bishop Makkil made some prophecies. Many of it happened later. There is a good example for that. Father went to pastoral service at a church called Mannarampalli near Changanasheri. By seeing the plight of that church and its parishioners, which were full of poverty, Father would tell them that your Mannarampalli would once be known as Ponnarampalli. Today, the church has been thriving small pilgrimage center. This incident is still proudly told by the people of the parish. Now, let's earnestly pray for his intercession. Like him, let us surrender ourselves to the will of God, and let's pray for his canonization process to get succeed soon. Thank you.